Today I'm going to be showing you guys an updated video on the entire setup because I have been living inside of my car almost this entire winter in negative 25-degree weather. I've been going through lots of changes on my vehicle so I can figure out a solution. I had unlimited power, I had extra heat, and I made it much more functional on my day-to-day use. The best change that I made was adding this alternator charger so I can easily power my EcoFlow generator while I drive. So all I did was ran these two cables through the firewall underneath the flooring of the car, and I mounted the alternator charger beneath this platform. So just before the winter started, I actually added a bunch of spray foam insulation. You can see it coming out the wall right here. I ripped out the entire car, ripped out all the door panels, all the plastic. This entire vehicle was bare metal. And quite honestly, I wanted to keep it that way just because it looked really cool. But I knew there would be a lot of condensation and it was going to be freezing cold. So I spray foamed the entire ceiling, floor, and walls of this car. Now don't get me wrong, after a couple of hours in negative 25-degree weather, Celsius still gets freezing cold inside of the car, and I've gone quite a long time without having any sort of heater, just using a sleeping bag in these cold conditions. Now for the future, I have ordered a diesel heater, which I will be adding into the vehicle. But before I do that, I'm gonna be basically cutting out this entire half of the car, making new shelving and just making it much more neat. Now another thing that I added to the vehicle is this ceiling wrap. So when I took down the entire ceiling, I did mess up the roofing of it. So for that, I just bought material, wrapped it myself. Very happy with the job, looks super clean. And this is definitely something that I'm gonna be doing with my next vehicle as well, and it just makes it feel that much more like home. Big problem that I had was accessing my cooler. Now the way I had to do that was moving the entire cooler off to the side, opening it up. So now I just flipped it on its side and now I'm able to just open it like so. Now another issue was accessing inside of here because as you can see, this cooler sits on top of the hatch. Now I added these hinges here so I didn't have to move the cooler off to the side and I could still access underneath. Now it does open from both ends still. I just open it from here. I could open it from the hinge or that side if I needed. Now another addition I got was this nice netted pocket. I can fit quite a bit of stuff in there. I added 2 containers on each side for just a little bit of extra storage, just so that way I can access items that I may need right on the fly. Now another thing that I added in was this screen, and I got this sick outdoorsy background. And if I even wanted, there's apps on here. I could watch Netflix, YouTube, whatever I would like, just to make my car a little bit more modern. I also bought this universal mirror, so that way when I do want to shave, I at least got a big mirror that I am able to work with. It's detachable, and not only that, but it also helps a lot while driving because it is a lot bigger space than what I had before. Now looking back at the hatch, what I also did was rip out the spare tire out of the hatch and I added it up top. Up top are things that I really never need but have just in case, just like the spare tire there, laundry, gas, nothing really in these bags, but it is extra storage. Now in the back of my driver's seat, I just cut a slit and now I'm able to store my whole kitchen kit in the back of my seat so that way it doesn't take up any extra space. Now in the mornings, there's always condensation on the windows, so I bought this Silicone Blade and it works amazing. All you gotta do, just go like that and it cleans it off of all of the windows. And all I do is just tuck it up here. Sits perfect, I don't even notice it. Now another thing that I did was I cut out this little section in this door just because it was just like this and it stuck out more than I would liked. Because I don't have passengers, it does not matter. so that way it can nest much easier behind the car seat. I had cut a chunk out of the platform in order to easily store the generator. Now once spring hits, I'm gonna be doing a complete tear down, ripping this out of the vehicle, making an entire new build, or I might even have a new vehicle by then. Nothing too big, but something that might be a little more spacious than this vehicle, as staying in it for quite a while now, it does get to be a pain. It's doable, but if I could have something bigger, I mean, why not? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get no transport or RV, no Sprinter van or nothing, but something that will be a little more luxurious than this, just so I could live in a little bit better comfort. Hopefully you guys took something from this video. If you guys did, hopefully you guys took something from this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.